right. So Saki.
So can we start about I've already
So you have some document? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's kind of YouTube content. So and also almost of viewers are Japanese people. So
Rest assured, he's not making fun of you.
Okay, thank you. I mean, he might be, and that's fine. You can do that.
ここからはちょっと日本語で説明しますけれども、まずティム・ウォーリックとかはどういう人かというと、ラーニングトラックメーカーの、バーバーショップのコーチで、ここに書いてある通り、ペンシルバニア州出身で、1993年にバーバーショップを始める。で、ミズーリ州のリンデングトン・ユニバーシティというところに、行きまして、そこで、学位を取りました。
それで三浦さんも一緒に行ったところですよね。
いや、私が出たのはユニバーシティ・オブ・ミズーリ・セントルイスという、もうちょっといいところですっていう冗談なんですけど、ジムはミズーリ大学の方で教えてるんですけども、その前にはリンデントン・ユニバーシティの方で教えてて、そこでボイス・エズ・オンディというコーラスグループを持ってました。そこのグループで、ボーカルスペクトロの4人のメンバーですね。そこで歌ってて、それアンバサダーズでも歌ってるということで、そこでボーカルスペクトラムが、もともとはティム以外の3人のメンバーだったところにティムが加わって4人になったということで、そこから2004年には、カレッジチャンプになり、2006年にはカルテットチャンプになりということですね。で、アンバサダーズ・ファーマニーでも歌っていて、そこではパートリーダー、セクションリーダーですね。そこを務めていたという感じです。ラーニングトラックメーカーとしては、彼の職業というか、このジャンルのパイオニアとしてすごい有名で、ランニングトラックメーカーとして、ティムトラックを運営しているということが、彼の紹介ですね。で、ボーカルスペクトラムというのは、多分今更このチャンネルを見ている人には紹介不要かもしれませんけど、念のために紹介させてもらうと、2004年にカレッジチャンプ、2006年に優勝して、その後に全米世界中で演奏を行いました。で、2008年になんと日本に来日してます。で、その時には東京と大阪で、ツアーを行いました。で、ボーカルスペクトラムは、カレッジチャンプになって、で、カルテットでも優勝して金メダルを取って、なおかつアンバサダーズでコーラスでも、優勝したと。この3部門で金メダルを取った最初のグループとなります。で、今の時点で現在5枚のアルバムを発売していまして、で、そのうちの多分ね、4枚かな。私がチェックしたら4枚、日本の iTunes の方からも購入が可能ですので、皆さん買ってちょうだいねという感じで。で、さっきちょっと話して出たティムトラックとは何ぞやということなんですけども、ティムトラックではラーニングトラックというもので、ラーニングトラックって何でかというと、パート別にいろいろ録音したその練習用音源ですね。そこでテナー、リード、バリトン、ベース、すべての音が入っていて、例えばテナーがレフトから聞こえてくるものとか、リードがレフトから聞こえてくるもの、あるいはそれがメインでやってるものとか、リードだけがない音源とか、いろんなパターンがあって、それを使って聞き覚えで、いろいろと。そこでこれは、ティムのラーニングトラックの影響でコーラスのレベルが全体的に上がっているんですけれども、これは今、ティムトラックにて発売中。もちろんこれは日本からも購入可能です。で、ソロアルバムも絶賛発売中で、こちらは日本から実は iTunes で購入可能ということなので、皆さん、検索して iTunes の方からご購入いただければと思います。Tim?
Yes.
Could you kindly introduce yourself and the vocal spectrum and also Tim track?
Well, hey everybody, I'm Tim Waurick and I sing tenor in vocal spectrum. As Saki just said, we won the 2006 International Championship. And we won the college contest in 2004, and we've been singing together since 2003. We started the other three members of Vocal Spectrum started in college singing together, and they met me at Barbershop Harmony Society's Harmony University in 2002. And so during that time, we became friends, and I moved to St. Louis to study with Dr. Jim Henry. And at Lindenwood University, which is where he taught at the time. And I moved in, interestingly, I moved in with the quartet, and they already had their tenor.
Huh.
And so they had somebody else, and I joined the house, and so there were 5 of us. And during that time, the tenor ended up leaving the quartet, and so...
But how? You kicked him out.
Right, but I was in the house, so I said, well, I'm in. And so I had already been singing barbershop for actually about 10 years at that point. So, so that's something that that happened, and that was the beginning in September of 2003 for Vocal Spectrum with me. And then we went on again to win the college contest and the 2006 International Championship. And we've been singing together ever since. We still sing together. We've been traveling all over the world, and we're very thankful for that. We've been to Japan, obviously. We loved that trip to Japan, and truly one of the biggest highlights of my life and our career was our 19-day tour of Japan in 2008. So that's Vocal Spectrum. Still enjoy that. We've got 5 albums. We're working on our 6th album right now. We have a few songs done, and it sounds like we're going to release a new, maybe 4 or 5 songs, hopefully by the end of the summer.
So you mean mini album?
Mini album,
yeah.
a small album, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and then eventually we'll release the full album, and the people who bought the smaller album won't have to pay as much. but yeah, and then for myself, I have been recording learning tracks since 2003. That was a big year for me, apparently, and so I've been recording multi-track for since 1997 when I was a kid, and I would put 2 tape recorders and sing into one tape recorder, and then I would sing into another tape recorder. And
What?
so I could because that's all we had back then. Yeah, when you're as old as me, that's what you had to do. And so
Is there any other guy who did that actually with tape
I have
recorder?
no idea, but yeah, I literally used one tape recorder. I'd sing the lead part, and then I would hit play, and then I would record myself singing, let's say, bass and lead into another tape recorder, okay? And then I would play that one, and then I would hit record on this one and sing baritone, and then finally I'd record it. And I'd have all the parts.
I don't know anyone who actually did that.
I mean, I was
It's
born to do it.
19th.
I was like, let me sing barbershop. And I was trying to. So yeah, that's how I started out recording myself. I just really loved singing tags and singing barbershop, and I thought, well, let me do it that way. It's the only way I knew how. In 1997, first of all, I couldn't afford to buy anything that would be, and really that I don't know if there were even computer programs that did that back then. And if there were, they were very new or very expensive. And so, so that was what I did. And so eventually I went on to record learning tracks. When a friend of mine asked me if I could sing for his Sweet Adeline learning tracks, because he was recording them and he said they're too high for him. And he said, I know you can sing high notes. Can you do these tracks?
You can do it.
Sure. And then from there, I just continued to record learning tracks. And it turned into something that I never dreamed of, as far as having a library of over 1,300 songs.
Wow.
1,300 songs, more than that actually. So that's been my full-time job since 2003. I went to school during part of the beginning of it, so I had planned to be a music teacher. But once I realized that I could do this full-time and sing barbershop all the time, why wouldn't you try to sing barbershop all the time?
Oh yeah.
And so I tried to make that happen, and that's been my full-time job now for 17 years.
Wow.
So, I continue to do it. I continue to record every day. Once we're done here, I'm going to go record more songs. So actually, Main Street's Apple Blossom time I'm recording today. So yeah, that's me.
So you said you started multi-track recording before you started, quartet singing. Is that right?
No, so I started singing barbershop in 1993, in my school, and I did sing in a chorus there, and I actually sang in a few quartets. So I had been singing in quartets.
Okay.
But then I just couldn't get enough barbershop. So I thought I want to record myself singing tags, and I just love tags. So I would learn tags at conventions or at rehearsal, and then I would come home and record myself doing those tags.
But that starts if at least before you started vocal spectrum. So you started recording. Do you think the learning tracks helps you improve your vocal skills?
Definitely. I don't think I would have been able to do the things I've done in barbershop or vocal spectrum, or if I had not recorded myself and done that level of work back then. That I worked, it wasn't just, it was fun, but it was also hard work. And I would listen and learn how I sounded. You know, we all know when we listen back and hear that we sang flat, and we're like, how was I so bad? And so I just learned to say, okay, well, that's what I did then. Let me see if I can do it this way. And maybe it wasn't always the right thing to do, but that's what I was doing, was listening and adapting. I listened to a lot of barbershop. I listened to Gas House Gang and Keepsake, and I tried to listen to them and listen to what they do and try to do that at the best of my ability.